Shalom Ox, Shalom Radavar family, Shalom Israel 1/3. I want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Krakadash, all praises due. It's like y'all know I ain't made a video in a little while. I've been on lockdown with my parents and everything, but I leave going back to college tomorrow, so I'm gonna be definitely making more videos since I'll be away at school and I have a lot more free time on my hands. So definitely got some videos that I got planned out. You know, all through the spirit, of course. But today's lesson, man, we focusing on the time of the end, man. There's not even a lot of I've been refraining from making videos more so like teaching things out through the word. I mean, of course, all things that we got to continue to edify, but you know, however, you know, the times that we're in, we got to continue to focus on the end times to stay prepared and look out for the signs that Yahweh Shai told us to look out for. So today's video that I really want to emphasize on is Matthew 24. Spirit been telling me to make a video on this for a little while because I just love how deep, not detailed, but how structured this is, and how these heathens in these 2/3, how they just bypass this chapter, man, and they don't see that this is everything that he mentioned in this chapter is all happening, and some of it already has happened. So without further ado, we're gonna let the scriptures speak and let all men be silent. So we're gonna be in Matthew chapter 24, starting at verse 1. It says, "And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall be left here one stone. There shall not be left here one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down." So this is Yahushua saying, you know, he's gonna destroy everything. Nothing will be standing when he's done with this world and what's gonna happen. Verse 3. "And he sat upon them, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and at the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many." Even think about it today. We got a lot of people saying they woke. You got these spiritual YouTubers. You got like Solo Manati. You know, he's a big guy. They got these people thinking that we gotta worship the sun, connect with nature and things like that. You got these New Age, man. You got these Pharisees, of course, religion in general, with Christianity, all of that, man. And you got a lot of people. There's even some people saying that they are the Hamashiach, and some people saying they are Christ in this world. And I've seen some dude who had long white hair, looking like, you know, their image of their Jesus anyway. You know, they got that image up, and you know, people been saying that they're Christ, and some people believe them too, which is crazy to me. But all prophesied through the scriptures. Let's continue on. I'm gonna read verse 4 again. It says, "And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." The beginning of sorrows is here. Let's break this down. It says, Yahushua said, "We will hear of wars and rumors of wars." As we all know, what's going on in Israel right now? It's a bomb going off every day out there. And now Afghanistan's going crazy. U.S. is getting all of their troops out of the Taliban, Taliban taking their land back over. Russia's joining in, China's joining in. Pretty soon, it's gonna be another world war. So we hear rumors of wars. That's one check mark that he said look out for. He said, "Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom." That goes with rumors of wars. There shall be famines. We got these food shortages going on. We got water shortages. We got this government is telling the farmers to stop producing foods and stuff, so they can cause a shortage to happen, man. I've seen a video on Google, not on Google, I've seen a video on Instagram where they were literally taking the milk from the farms and they were just dumping them all out in the street. I seen, what else have I seen, man? I've seen them take oil and just dump it out in the street, just destroying everything, just causing shortages everywhere. California has a water shortage going on. They shut the waters off for a little while, or they're telling people to not use the water. And eventually they're gonna restrict them from using the water, man, because it's not, they're saying it's not clean, or they're just saying it's a drought going on, man. Extreme heat. Next it says, so we 2 for 2. He says, in pestilences, everything regarding, this virus going around, COVID. Got the Delta variant out now. The Booyah's out now. That goes with pestilences. That's pestilence referring to like sickness, disease. All of that shit's going on. So he 3 for 3. He says, and earthworks and earthquakes in diverse places. Man, just go on like world news, man. You see China's getting flooded, Russia's getting flooded, Japan. You got earthquakes going on. They had a hurricane just hit down East Coast by Florida from Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. Hurricane Henry, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is Henri. I think that's how they spell it. You got a heat wave going on across the country right now. You got shit just everywhere, man. It's bad. It's getting bad. But everything that Yahushua said look out for is all going on right now, and it's been going on for a while. So he's 4 for 4, and he said, once you see all these things, these are all the beginning of sorrows. So we already know what time it is. Beginning of sorrows is here. Let's proceed. I'm gonna read verse. We're gonna go to verse 9. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. All right, it says that we will be delivered up and be afflicted and killed, and they shall kill us. But then you're gonna question yourself, like, why does it say we're gonna die? We're gonna get killed. We're not appointed to wrath, right? That's true, because this already happened. This is referring to after he left. You know, when they was killing all the so-called Christians. You know, when they called us Christians because we were just followers of Hamashiachs. You know, so they were killing off people led by Paul before he was Saul. He was killing all of us off. Let's get some precept for that. A lot of us that are in this truth, if you woke up to this truth in this day and age, if you're part of the first fruits, you have to give something up to get to where you at, man. Men and women alike. If you stood behind Yahushua back then in the ancient world, and we were delivered up, and we were all persecuted and executed. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 11. I'm gonna read 35 through 40. 35 through the rest of the chapter. Verse 40 is the last one. It says, women received their dead raised to life again, and others were tortured, not accepting deliverance, that they might attain a better resurrection. We all got tortured for this truth back then, man. We already knew we were willing to die back then for this truth, because we knew that what we had coming better. We knew we had something better for us down the line. I'm gonna get a precept for that before I pull off. I hope it's not too loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. Hold up. Okay. All right, let's get a precept for that. We were willing back then to give up everything. Real quick, this Matthew 19:28. It says, and Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me, talking about then, when y'all follow me now, in the regeneration, which is now, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. He made that promise to them back then. But he's telling them that promise was not going to come to you until the regeneration happens. So it says, follow me now, and when y'all die and come back, you're going to be rewarded. So let's prove that through the book of, let's prove that through Hebrews, as I said. Verse 35 again, Hebrews 11. It says, women received their dead, raised to life again. Raised to life again, regeneration, right? And others were tortured, not accept the deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection. That better resurrection was told to us by Yahushua himself. That's what we were looking for, so that's why we're willing to die. Verse 36. And others had trial, and others had trial of cruel mockings and scourgings, yea, moreover, of bonds and imprisonment. They threw us in prison, man. Look what happened to John the Baptist. They threw him in prison. They threw all of us in prison back then, man. All of us were, everything that testified for Yahweh's sake were all in prison, all, period. Let's go. 37. It says, they were stoned, they were sawn asunder, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, and tormented. You know, we got tormented very bad in the ancient world, man, for this truth. Prior to Yahweh's coming too, they said sawn asunder. Look what they did to Isaiah. They put Isaiah in a tree, man, and they sawed the tree in half while he was in the tree. He got cut literally in half. And mind you, back then, they didn't have no saw, no electric saw that could just cut through this and real fast. No, they had to back and forth, saw through the tree, bro. Mind you, he's in there. So he's feeling every bit of that, bro. Just really think about how bad that was. And they probably had worse saws than what we got now. We probably got something that they didn't have. So imagine how long it took them to cut him in half with the tree. So that's torture, man. It says they were stoned. People got stoned back then, man. The disciples all of the disciples got their heads cut off, bro. John the Baptist got his head cut off. Yeah, man. A lot of people paid a heavy price for this truth. Only person that really made it out was John the Revelator, because he stood by Yahweh when he was being killed, crucified amongst everybody. So Most High had mercy on him. But for the rest of everybody else, but you know, I'm pretty sure that John was definitely going to be willing to be killed, and he was. I gotta read where it was, but I remember Brother Matthias brought out in the video saying John was, they poured hot water on him, and real hot, boiling hot water, and it did nothing to him. It felt like a warm bath. I haven't read that story, but you know, you got enough what Matthias said. But John was willing to be killed too. So everyone, we all did a lot for this faith. So we paid the price back then. That's why we're not appointed to wrath now, because we accepted wrath back then. So he says, I'm going to have mercy on you in the regeneration. Verse 38 of Hebrews 11. It says, of whom the world was not worthy, they wandered in the deserts and in the mountains and in the dens and causes of the earth. Oh, and caves of the earth, Salat. And these all have attained a good report through faith, receive not the promise. That's to say, they didn't receive the promise. We didn't get the promise when we died. We didn't die and immediately got the promise that he said. That's why he said in the regeneration, Yahweh said, when you come back, you'll be rewarded. And this is when it's talking about right now. We're not appointed to wrath. We got the white robes already. We died. We received the white robes. We got the mark of exemption back then. So now he says, in this time now, everything is going to be bad around you, but nothing will come near you. I'm thinking of a precept in Psalm. I can't think about it right now, but roughly paraphrasing, I believe it was saying, oh, I know where it is. Let me get that. I think it was Psalms 91, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. I believe so. I believe it's Psalms 91. Okay, let's read Psalms 91 real quick. I ain't gonna read the whole thing, just some of it. Yeah, let's start at verse 1 and we'll go to verse 7. It says, he that dwelleth, oh, this is the 91st book of the Psalms, starting at verse 1. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. We're not appointed to wrath. Nothing that's happening in this world will come by us, nor it will touch us. In precept in the book of Enoch, it says, no calamity nor torment shall touch them. You know, to referring to the elect, not upon to wrath. It won't even get near us. Oh, I forgot. We gotta finish Hebrews. I'm gonna read 39 to 40. It says, "In these things, in Salat, in these all having attained a good report through faith, receive not the promise. The power having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect." Say he provided something better for us. We knew we died. We were willing to die back then because we knew what we had coming for us, man. That's why we were doing that. He said we got through a good report through faith. Yahushua told us the good report, and we had faith in it, even though we didn't see it. Blessed is he that believeth without seeing. You gotta believe without seeing. We haven't seen anything happen yet, bro. We haven't seen spiritual powers. We haven't seen the kingdom. We haven't seen us having being saved out of the Lord. We haven't seen it, bro. But we have full confidence that it's gonna come to pass. So that's why he says we receive that good report through faith. All right, let's get back to Matthew chapter 24. Starting at verse read verse 9 again. It says, "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." Iniquity shall abound, meaning that's what we always say, demonic activity being increased. That's iniquity being abounded, is the growing. Verse 13, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." We're going to be tried by fire, man. We got to continue to endure. Let's get a precept for that. It's one of my favorite precepts. Every precept is a good precept. Let's get Acts chapter 14, verse 22. It says, "Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the power." It says, confirming the souls of the disciples. He's going to confirm our souls by putting us through hell. Roughly paraphrasing, Zechariah, I believe it's, is that Zechariah? I'm going to paraphrase it. He says he'll bring the 1/3 through the fire. Can't think. I have a brain fire. I can't even think of precept, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He said he'll bring the 1/3 through the fire. Bringing them through the fire, it means putting them through everything that everyone else is going through, but they're gonna escape out of it. That's the difference between us and the 2/3. The 2/3 is gonna remain in it, and they're gonna get that weeping and gnashing of teeth. But us, we're gonna get saved out of it. He said, even in the day of Jacob's trouble, even though he shall be saved out of it. All right, let's get we gotta continue through the faith. And then it says, "Through much tribulation we shall enter into the kingdom of the power." That's why he says we got to endure unto the end. Endure unto the end. Yahushua and the Most High, they're going to put us to the brink till right before we break, pull us out of it, bro. So we're going to go through a lot, man. We can't even fathom it right now, but we got a lot of hatings coming. That's why we got to continue to lean on one another and continue to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, and everything that we do. All right, let's get back to Matthew 24, starting at verse 13 again. It says, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." When I first read this, I kind of read over it. It didn't hit me like it should have the first time I read it. But I didn't realize how significant that this verse was. I'm reading it again. It says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." So he says once this gospel is preached to the whole world, then the end will come. So we got to think. We know the gospel, the true gospel, is a law of liberty. These Christians think that Christianity is the way to go, and that's the only way that we're going to get up out of here, and that believing in Jesus and everybody is accepted. Christianity has been out believing for many, many, many years, man. Hundreds of years. So how is the gospel of Christianity true? It's been preached for hundreds of years and the end didn't come. I think Brother Matthias has been preaching this truth for roughly 3 years or so. If I'm not mistaken, I found Brother Matthias about a year ago through my friends. Introduced me into him. But, you know, 3 years ago was, what's that, 2018, bro? Around that time. But when the Matthias got them followers, probably like a year or so after, and right around when Brother Matthias was getting getting more views and followers and stuff, COVID hit, didn't it? The end came, bro. Once Brother Matthias, King David, started preaching his truth, that's when the end came, bro. That's truly when the end came. Let's get some precepts for that. Let's get first precept. Let's get Daniel chapter 12. Let's get Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. It says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." So, he said you're going to shut up the book until the time of the end. The time of the end is now. The book is being opened. That book that he's referring to is the book of understanding. All of that wisdom and the oil poured into us, man. We already had the oil, but the Most High lit it up. He turned it on. When you lit it up, that's when you woke up to this truth. He says, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Of course, he's not literally talking about people running to and fro across the earth with their physical feet. He's referring to the internet. But he couldn't tell Daniel that the internet would exist because Daniel wouldn't understand, bro. How he gonna believe in the internet when he don't even know what a phone is, a car, or anything, bro? You couldn't tell Daniel that stuff back then. They still got on slides walking through the sand, bro. With staffs. Like, you couldn't tell Daniel that shit, man. That's what he said, Daniel, just shut up the words and still into the book. In the time of the end, my people will understand. That's what he's saying, man. So that's when knowledge got preached throughout the world, going to and fro. Let's get Jude verse 5. Jude 1 and 5. It's only one chapter, so Jude 1 verse 5. It says, "I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not." He says he's going to put us in remembrance. That kills Christians because it says, how he going to put us in remembrance if this is our first time being here? You can't remember something you didn't experience. So clearly we were here during the time when we were brought out of the land of Egypt, because he says he's going to put us in remembrance of that happening. Now, we don't remember that actually happening, literally happening, but he's going to remember of who we are. He's referring to us being woken up to who we are. And it even says, though you once knew this. He's saying you knew this, but I wiped your memory out. That goes, precept that in Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Let me get that real quick, because I can't. I was trying to paraphrase it real quick, but I couldn't even remember how it went completely, but I know it's Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Ecclesiastes 1 and 11. It says, "There were no remembrance of former things, neither shall be any remembrance of the things that are to come with those that shall come after." So that's why we don't remember our past lives, literally, because he says there's no remembrance of former things. He wipes our memory, gives you a new thing, renews the face of the earth, bro. Completely wipes your memory. Okay, last precept from Matthew 24 and 14. Let's go to John chapter 14, verse 26. John 14 and 26. It says, "But the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost," this is talking about the scriptures, says, "whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you." So he said the scriptures that was going to come, the scriptures, he sent this down in his name, man. The living word. This is him in written form. He sent him back. It's the Holy Ghost. He says he's going to teach us all things. The scriptures teach us everything we know. Everything that we know about this truth regarding this world, everything refers back to the scriptures. And he says, it will put you in remembrance, everything that I'm saying unto you. We don't remember Yahawashi literally speaking unto us, but we have the knowledge of the things that he taught us all brought back into our memory through the scriptures. So let's read. This video getting kind of long. I'm gonna have to cut it. You know what? Let's cut it right now. I'm gonna cut this video right here in half. Yeah, we only 15 verses. We only 14 verses in. All praises. Moving through the spirit. I'm just freestyling this, man. Whatever hit me, I'm gonna just bring the precept out. So I'm gonna cut it here, Ox. Shalom. Stay tuned for the next one.